evening. We welcome you to our regular council meeting of West Valley City tonight. We call our meeting to order, and we note that we have a full quorum. All members of the council are present. The opening ceremony tonight, I have the privilege of doing that, and I think I would just make a couple of comments before we do the pledge, given that just recently we had our celebration of Memorial Day, in which we remembered those individuals. Certainly we've expanded that to all of our ancestors, but a special recognition for those in the military who have given their lives for our country. And as I watched those many programs that celebrated that and listened to the music, and my wife was mindful enough, she copied a few movies for me. Some of these older movies actually written, directed, and produced during the World War II time of some of the events that were there and then enacted for our benefit. And it's good to be reminded of those. Sometimes we are certainly patriotic and remember our country, but I think it's good to sometimes think back to the price that was paid in the lives of so many of our citizens, especially during World War II, when so many were called upon to pay that price that we have our freedoms today. With that, I would invite you to stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We will now go to the minutes of May 19th, the last minutes that we have for approval to the council then.
Mayor, I move for approval of the May 19th, 2015 minutes.
We have a motion. Second?
Second.
Okay. Councilman Nordfeld, we have a second. The motion is before us. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll place it for a vote. All in favor of approving the minutes of May 19th, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. The motion passes unanimously. The minutes are approved. We now go to the comment period of our agenda, beginning with the public, and we do have Joanne Jacobs, who has signed up to speak to us, and we invite you to come forward and on any topic you want for up to 5 minutes.
5 minutes, huh? Wow. I'm Joanne Jacobs, 3935 South, 6000 West. And I was in your previous meeting on the discussion of 4100 South. And I think that what the solutions you're coming up with for that question are not necessarily bad solutions, but I think you're asking the wrong questions here. We've got 4700 South is pretty well set up as a main roadway. We have an entire west side of the valley that is increasingly difficult to get to, and we only have one 2100 South running through this valley. I think your optimal result is going to be to take 4700 South, turn it into another 2100 South, which you can merge, getting cooperating cities to come in with you, the counties, the state. You can get the UTA to come in, and you can merge it between Mountain View Corridor that's coming in out there and 215 and make a nice slick intersection for people to transition to all different areas of the valley. Overall, you're going to pull traffic off 4100, you're going to pull it off 3500, and you're going to not have to do those future renovations that you were talking about, pulling property later down the road because the traffic's too heavy on those roads. We just need another 2100 South, and that sits kind of right in the middle of the west side, and it would join two highways and get access through there. And it would be the least intrusive on property owners, because people have already had their property taken. And if you build an overpass freeway, you could use the underpass for slower traffic, bikes, the train. you know, you'd have a whole multitude of things you could do on the existing road right there after an overpass freeway was built to connect those, so. That just was running through my mind as I was listening to you guys talk about it. It seems like a more logical, long-term solution to the whole population growth. So.
Okay, thank you. And I believe that was the only public comment that we had. With that, we go to our city manager. Any comments?
No, sir, thank you.
To the council, any comments? Okay, thank you. Then on to the next item on our agenda. We have the reopening of our 2014-2015 budget. And by the way, we note for those who may be listening for the first time that all of these items have been discussed in a previous council meeting. This is the second time we've discussed them. So with that, our agenda for this is to review a number of items and changes to our budget. We discussed those, and those are available for review on our attached documents on the website, and have several items of change, some of which we've discussed previously, but most of them, there are only, 3, 4, 5 items that we had previously discussed out of the 15 items that are changes, most of them fairly small, most of them dealing with specific items that we received. And so with that introduction, I would just say there's nothing very significant here. These are fairly routine items. So with that introduction, the next item we will do is to consider ordinance number 1518, which will amend the budget of West Valley City for the current fiscal year. And we will declare open our public hearing session for this item and ask if there's anyone here who would like to speak to this item. And neither one of you want to speak to it. Okay. With that then, we will close the public hearing portion of the budget and come back to the council for any comments or action.
Excuse me, I move for approval ordinance number 15-18.
We have a motion to approve ordinance 15-18. Do we have a second?
Second?
We have that second. The motion is properly before us. Any discussion, any comments? Seeing no comments, and that's not too unusual. These are fairly routine on our budget. We will then place it for a vote. All in favor of approving ordinance number 15-18, amending our budget in accordance with the items listed in our attached materials, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes unanimously. The ordinance is approved. Now we go to our resolutions. We'll begin with resolution 15-87. This is to accept a temporary grant of construction easement, and this is on property at 4265 South, 3425 West from John Becker. This again is in conjunction with that sidewalk project that we're doing. We've already gotten agreements with a number of people. This allows us to put the project in place, and of course we need to have authority to sometimes go onto their property in order to complete that, since these are in front of private properties. So with that introduction, we'll go to the council now for any comments or action.
Mayor, I move for approval of resolution 15-87.
Second?
We have a motion and a second for resolution 15-87. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll place it for a vote. All in favor of approving ordinance 15-87 for a temporary construction easement, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes unanimously. The resolution is approved. We now go to resolution 15-88. This is to authorize an amendment to a contract that we have with Think Architecture regarding the skate park plans. There were some additional items that came up that needed to be taken care of. This particular one is in the amount, I believe, of $16,900. Will be done with park impact fees. And so with that, let's see, by the way, those were for some items on the parking area, the additional landscaping, changes in drainage, lighting, irrigation, and plantings, so those types of things that would go with the park. With that then, to the council for comment or action.
Mayor, I'll move for approval of resolution 1588.
It's not really big, yeah.
1588.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll place it for a vote. All in favor of approving resolution 15-88 to amend our contract with Think Architecture for $16,900, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes unanimously. The resolution is approved. We now go to resolution 15-89. This is to approve an agreement with Highland Software for maintenance of the city's document management system. This particular change is, again, not very significant. With some changes that occurred, we are combining payments from several sources into one, so that going forward, it will be invoiced and paid in total from one account. I think there's been no change to the actual contract. With that then, to the council for comment or action.
Mayor, I move for approval of resolution 15-89.
We have a motion to approve. A second?
Second.
We've got a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll place it for a vote. All in favor of approving resolution 15-89 to approve an agreement with Highland Software for maintenance of our city document management system, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes unanimously. The resolution is approved. We now go to resolution 15-90 to approve an interlocal cooperative agreement with Salt Lake County for disbursement of TRCC funds at the Utah Cultural Celebration Center. TRCC is for Tourism, Recreation, Convention, and Culture. This is a committee set up by the Salt Lake County Council for purpose of making recommendations on the distribution of those funds. That goes to the county council. They have the final say, and they have authorized the disbursement of funds to the Cultural Celebration Center in the amount of $200,000. This is a 3-year interlocal agreement to be used there as for assisting in operations and programs. With that introduction then, to the council for comment or action.
Mayor, I'll move for approval of resolution 1590.
We have a motion to approve. A second?
Second.
We have a second. It's properly before us. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll place it for a vote. All in favor of approving resolution 15-90, an interlocal cooperative agreement with the county for funds for our Cultural Celebration Center, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes unanimously. The resolution is approved. According to my information, we have no need for an executive session. That will conclude our work for this meeting. We will have other meetings immediately following this for our other authorities. With that then, we'll entertain one final motion for this meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes unanimously. Our regular city council meeting is adjourned.
Call to order the redevelopment agency meeting for West Valley City. Now that we've had a roll call and an opening ceremony. We have before us the minutes for the May 5th and May 12th, 2015 minutes. Do we have any discussion or motion?
We approve the minutes.
Yes, to approve the minutes, sorry.
Second.
So we have an approval and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Motion passes. Mr. Isaac, do we have any communication or executive officer reports? Okay, our item for business tonight is the accepting of the budget for the 2015-2016 year. As noted earlier in our other meeting, we've all seen the budget and reviewed it. Is there any questions or discussion on, first, we'll open it for a public hearing. Sorry, I'm getting too fast. Is there anyone in attendance that would like to comment on the budget? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing and turn it back to the members of the redevelopment agency. Is there any comments or action on the budget?
I move approval resolution number 15-09.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no? Motion passes. Can we entertain a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And we are adjourned.
We call the regular meeting of the Westwood City Housing Authority tonight, and opening ceremony was conducted by Mayor Ron Bigelow, and all the council members are here tonight. And item number 4 is approval of minutes. We have May 5th, 2015, also May 12th, 2015, so let's turn to the council.
Mr. Chair, I move for approval of the minutes of May 5th and May 12th, 2015.
So we have the motion, and we need a second.
Second?
Thank you. We have a motion, have a second. So all favor on this approval of minutes, May 15 and also May 12, 2015, please say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed, please say no. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 5, number 6, communication and report of Executive Director, Mr. Isaac.
No, there is none. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Item number 7. We have the resolution number 15-04. We're going to have the opening. I can open the public hearing for this resolution for tentative budget fiscal year 2015 and 2016. For right now, does anyone you want to come up and speak to that budget, please go forward. None. So I close the public hearing. I'm going to bring it back to the council for your discussion, action, or motion. Please.
I move we approve the budget.
Thank you. We have a motion. We need a second.
Second.
Thank you. So all favor of this resolution number 15-04, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, please say no. So yeah, resolution number 15-04 is passed unanimously. We have one more motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. All favor of the motion to adjourn, please say aye.
Aye.
And they opposed, please say no. So we are adjourned.
Call to order the West Valley City Municipal Building Authority. We've had our opening ceremony and a roll call. We have minutes of May 5th, 2015 regular meeting and May 12th, 2015 special regular meeting that need to be approved.
Move for approval of said minutes.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion to the motion and the second? Seeing none, we'll call a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Do we have a report from communications, a report from the Chief Executive Officer?
Sir.
We have 2 items on our agenda tonight, both of them are public hearings. The first one is to accept input regarding the 2015-16 tentative budget. So we'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Is there anybody here to speak to the budget? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. We'll bring it to the board for discussion or a motion.
I move for approval, resolution number 15-02.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion to the motion? Seeing none, we'll bring this to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries unanimously. Now we have public input regarding actually the current budget year. There's some amendments to that budget, and we've got a list of those that have been published and are available to the public. We'll go ahead and open up the public hearing regarding the reopening of the fiscal year 2014-15 budget. Is there anybody here to speak on the budget? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and bring this back to the board for action.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve resolution 15-0.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. Is there any discussion to the budget? Seeing none, we'll bring this to a vote. All in favor of approving the budget?
Aye.
Aye.
Any negative? Seeing none, this passes unanimously. We need one more motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.